Welcome to another video on Flying Goat Farm's YouTube channel. This video is going to be showing installation of a new pasteurizer that was provided by a grant that we were awarded from the Northeast Dairy Business Innovation Center and Vermont Agency of Agriculture. These are some still shots from before the installation, before I cleaned the room out and made it ready to accept the new big pasteurizer. I was smart enough to go in there and film some with my iPhone. So yeah, as you can see, that's my ice cream maker and refrigerators in there. That's the space all cleaned up, and here I come with the loader. Time to get this thing out of the U-Haul. We actually had to take a trip to Canada to pick this up because of things happening in the U.S. government with tariffs and stuff, and it was kind of last minute, but we had to run up there in end of January, to pick this unit up and in this U-Haul. It was quite a story. If you really want to listen to that whole story, you can check out Goat Talk with a Goat Doc, and we have a little series about this whole trip, a little episode about it. But there she is. It's a beast. That's our loader. I'm pulling out of the van, and we're gonna bring it over to the creamery. And that room right there that I'm pulling up to is the creamery. And we actually, that was the old bulk tank room to this old dairy barn, but was fallen in when we bought it. So we kind of planned for getting big equipment in that door. So we actually kind of planned when we built the space to put a unit like this in. So that's my wife Kara and my brother-in-law Riley, and we just figured out that it wouldn't go in all assembled, so we had to take the bottom platform off and then support it on the forks, the big tank. So here we are, just like leveling up the frame on some casters and forking it in through the doors. Decided to not have this unit on casters because I just wanted it to be plumbed in place and set up against the wall and never really have to move. It was an option to have it on casters to, have connects off of the plumbing and tip it to where you need to drain it, but I just thought the space was adequate to be able to just have it plumbed straight up and have the unit not move. So here we are, like, discussing the flow of everything and where I really wanted it to sit, where I wanted it to be. You can see in the background there, that's my hot water heater that runs the pasteurizers and actually feeds hot water on a mixing valve to the rest of the barn. But yeah, here you can see we're just like trying to figure out, like how it works and the motor, where it's going to sit, and like, oh, look at that. Look at tips. Wow. Tips. Wow, that's really nice. So yeah, I just figured out that the whole thing tips forward so that for easy cleaning. This is where I'm kind of making my point of how I want it to be square up against the wall and easy plumbing. I still can get around it.
We'll find out.
Talking about which way the motor is gonna pivot. They're like, oh well, might as well put it on there and see which way it's gonna go. But that's a big part of me as the cheesemaker in the space, is making sure when I set this thing down and plumb to it, this is where I want it to be. And figuring that out was now or never, really.
Well, this seems like this is free moving though, so you could turn it on an angle if you want to.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, perfect.
I mean, the disadvantage of this though now is that you need to lift this side to do your cheese stuff.
But then that allows for you to just put it on whenever.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Yep.
Well, this is where the probes go.
Yep.
So, like, this is going to be coming off of the chart here.
Mm-hmm.
The steam is going to be up against the wall. Wires are going to come over here.
Mm-hmm.
And you could almost have Kevin put like a little hook right here.
Yeah, like something. Something. I know Kevin can do anything we want. I mean,
All right.
These can almost be against the wall. I don't think it matters. We'll see.
No, well, so it doesn't seem like it matters because you can just you can
the whole
put the whole
Yeah.
lid however you want.
Like the opening could be in the front. This could be all along the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could 45-degree angle it.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah,
you
my
want.
only thing was that if that,
This
because
is-
that takes something, right? That put.
Yeah,
something
it's
goes
this
in there,
thing over here. It's
That's
the
this.
yeah.
and that goes in the tank.
It
No.
just
Oh,
makes
pumps
it
steam
jackets.
into it.
Oh, all right.
So this is
So you could put this on this side because you're never gonna need to use it, and this will be at an angle.
Yeah.
So you have
Yeah, yeah,
access to
yeah.
your ports.
So if we rotate that past here,
Yeah.
then you
But
have
I mean, I
access.
think that's something you don't. That
You can do it.
Do it
whenever.
with. I
Yeah.
was just making sure before we take it off.
yeah, should be fine. All right.
So after some discussion, we finally figured out on the spot of where I wanted everything to be and a little description of the ports and everything. This is us putting the motor and the cheese harp stuff on to see how it was all going to fit. And we're going to lay everything out and unpack everything. We really didn't know what was what. It all came packaged up like this when we went and picked it up in Canada. So this is the steam generator, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the steam generator. And seeing that it was a bigger unit, it needed to be a bigger steam generator. The one on the pasteurizer in the background, that's just a 110 15 amp service on that. And this is actually hardwired to 220 30 amp breaker. So this thing gets really hot really quick. It's actually been working out really well. And now just like a bunch of unpacking. It was pretty awesome Christmas present. It's pretty wild. I never see the service box right there on the wall. So I had it already planned, like when we rebuilt the space, that I was going to want another one. So all the service is right there, which was really nice. So there's me like kind of like getting the gist of it, putting the level on it. The steam generator actually doesn't belong in that port, but that was just for demonstration purposes. So this is me just really fine tuning, I think the next day, getting this thing perfectly level and balanced. Because when you have 200 gallons of milk in there, it needs to be perfect or that paddle's going to push it over the top. So yeah, this is me, just had really nice swivel casters on the bottom. Really just could move them with my hand. It's perfect, really nice quality, Qualtech. Builds really nice stuff. That was another reason why we went with another one. It's just the quality is unbelievable. They work really well. Finally getting it really spot on now, and making sure all the casters are nice and tight. Seeing that the concrete floor is not totally level, and I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good now. Took some time to get it there, but now there it is, sitting pretty. So there it is, it's finished. It's all leveled up, valves tightened up, it's ready to go. Ready for plumbing. Yeah, went to the local orange box store, bought all the stuff I think I needed. Usually takes a few rounds. But I mapped it all out and had an idea how I wanted to plumb it up, because I wanted it to be just like how I plumbed up the older bulk tank. So here I'm just laying it out. You get an idea of what I'm doing here. And now I start cutting rod. To hang the pipe off the wall. You can see in the background all the pipes that are currently on the wall going to the 50-gallon pasteurizer. And that system was built by Andy Tapper and I. Basically, it's just set up like a furnace. It's a bunch of furnace switches, thermostats, and it's got a pressure tank on it, an expansion tank. And it runs off that Rinnai Insta-Hot hot water heater that's been commercially modified with 2 heat exchangers in it, and can reach temperatures up to 185 degrees. And it's been flawless. It really hasn't had much issues. If I have any issues, it's usually, the filter's clogged. I have a lot of sediment. So here I'm setting up all my wall hangers. It's going to hang my 3/4 inch copper pipe. Just setting them all up to the lengths I pre-measured for, how far I want it off the wall. I'm just setting them all up, getting the nuts on there, getting the threaded rod on there, getting the hanger on there, everything copper. Just make it look all nice. So here I'm going to start actually hanging the pipe on the wall. Got one up, eyeballed it, and now I'm going to start getting the level on there and figuring out where I want my next hanger to be. I'm no professional. I don't do this for a living. I'm a farmer. I'm a boat builder by trade. Went to school for it. Did a lot of systems work on boats. It kind of aided me in doing a lot of domestic plumbing and wiring and all kinds of stuff. Pretty much given me the confidence to take on lots of things. Nothing is as hard as building a boat, I can tell you that. So yeah, basically here I'm marked my holes on the wall, leveled up the pipe, marked my holes on the wall, drilled my holes, and mounted the bracket to the wall. And now I'm putting the nut on and the hanger and making sure my measurements are right, and yep, checking level, making sure it's good. Yep, looks good. I'm gonna start screwing it down. You can see the gist of things. One of those pipes is hot, one of those pipes is cold. One of the pipes is hot and cold return, and one of them is just cold. This is the way the valves are set and the way the unit is turned on. It's all on a toggle switch, whether it's in pasteurizing mode in hot water only. That circles back to the hot water heater, so it's not heating up cold water. It's heating up lukewarm to hot water while pasteurizing. So here I'm just trying to figure out, making sure everything looks right, making sure everything looks good compared to all the other pipes. And then I finally mark my hole, drill my hole, and then mount the piece, the hanger. So now I'm really getting close to finishing, getting both runs lined up here. They should be where I want them, measured up right, all finished up. And one of the last pieces that are going to need to be done is attaching both ends. One end is just gonna connect to the back side of the old pasteurizer, and the other side's gonna hook up to the new pasteurizer. There's gonna be a set of ball valves on the old pasteurizer setup where I can turn on just the small pasteurizer or just turn on the big pasteurizer. Alright, so here's an overview of the 2 runs completed. See on that side, going to the new tank, and then this is the old tank. Hot and cold in return. And somewhere in here is where I'll be soldering in some new lines. Stay tuned in the next video. There'll be a bunch of soldering in that video. This is the end of part 1. Stay tuned for the next video, part 2, and completion of the installation of the new big pasteurizer. Thanks for watching.